Hey, my Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today I have for you a light movement reformer. So this is going to be perfect for those of you who maybe been traveling, haven't gotten a lot of movement in, maybe you got sick, you've been doing a lot of yard work, right? Just haven't had your normal movement in and you're trying to get back into the swing of things. This is for you. So we're still gonna feel things, okay? But hopefully there shouldn't be any cussing or tapping out or just like big sweating, right? Unless you're working out outside. So one thing that you're gonna need is your ball. I like it a little bit deflated. That's gonna make it a lot easier on things. And that's it, just a ball. We will be doing some kneeling. Starting off with some footwork with a pretty substantial spring. So obviously foot bar is up for footwork, and I have on 2 mediums and a heavy spring. So for my balanced body people, that is 2 reds and a green spring. So once you have all of your things, you're gonna go ahead and lie down, starting with your ball. All right, so as always, make sure that you're centered on your carriage. Let's go heels on, about hip socket distance apart, all 10 toes looking up to the sky. So let's actually start with the ball in between the palms of your hands here, and then reach the arms up to the sky, but when you do this, make sure the ball's more like over your kind of low ribs chest area as opposed to being up over your face, all right? And just feel how that kind of broadens the collarbones a little bit more. And then just start to let the ribs settle. And then just start to create as much space between your hands and your chest as you possibly can. So let the shoulders kind of roll off the mat and feel how that opens up your back to the mat. And now take a big expansive breath into those back ribs. And then as you exhale, gently press in on the ball. Keep reaching the fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, release. Let's do that again. Exhale, you press in on the ball. Feel the base of the ribs sink heavier, heavier, heavier. And then inhale, release. Again, exhale, press. Almost imagine this press is coming from your stomach. And inhale, release. Again, exhale, you press. Really think of wringing out the lungs, and then inhale, release. Awesome. Let's take the ball now in between your calves. So if that means depending on your ball size, the feet have to come wider or more narrow, that's totally fine. So still all 10 toes looking up to the sky. Arms are stretched down and into the mat, and find that long line. So you're either working in neutral or imprint. Whatever spinal shape you're working with, I want you to hold it stable and go ahead and press the carriage out, keeping that long line, and now bend your knees, bring the carriage all the way in. So the hug that you have in on the ball, keep it the same as you go out and in. I don't know about you, but I feel like I tend to lose it as I go out. That's me. And I'm thinking of that hug really coming from my upper thigh bones. Remember, spine and pelvis stay stable. So the mat should feel exactly the same when the carriage is in versus when the carriage is out. Let's do 3. Weight right through the center of the heels. And 2, get a little bit longer as you come in. Last one. Now bring the carriage in halfway. Check all your Pilates boxes. Neck is long, little pulses out an inch and in an inch here. And with each exhale, remember that ball squeeze that we just did. So maybe let those ribs sink a little bit heavier. Maybe let them soften, whatever cue works best for you. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Go ahead and press it all the way out. Again, think of getting longer as you bend the knees, come all the way in. Awesome work. Let's slide down onto your arches, the top part of your arches. And now before you curl the toes over, I want you to flex your feet. Maybe even let the toes pull back. So now, without lifting the heels, could you curl the toes over? Do you still have that same hug in on the ball? Maybe even think of popping the ball. And now press the carriage out. You pull down on that foot bar as you bring the carriage in. As you come in, think of the inner edges of your heels reaching under. The toes are almost secondary here for today. Remember, the ball doesn't change shape. Same with your spine and pelvis. Arms are still reaching long and into the mat. And your ribs are still heavy. It's like whack-a-mole, y'all. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one. Let's go ahead and bring it in halfway. Check all those boxes. Maybe pull down on that foot bar a little bit more. Little pulses out an inch and in an inch. So hips are heavy. Because I don't know about you, but the more I pull down on the foot bar, the more the hips want to lift. But there's that oppositional energy of hips going down, knees going up. For 3, 2, 1, press it all the way out and then resist to come all the way home. Nice work. All right, so let's slide down onto your toes. Every toe pad is connected, y'all. Even your pinky toe. I know I say it every single time, but if I don't say it, I'm gonna forget as well, or I'm just gonna miss it, all right? So heels are neither super high, neither super low. They're somewhere in the center. Now, equal weight across the balls of your feet. Go ahead and press the carriage out. And then pull the carriage in. So remember, the ball does not change shape as we go out and in. Arms are steady, reaching down and into the mat. And my sides of the neck are long. We'll make it quicker on these. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one, hold it here. Keep your ribs super glued to the mat, and now push the heels under, 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 and pause. Did you lose the hug in on the ball? For me, I did. I have to think of almost my heels swiveling in just a hair and then lift right back up. I'm gonna think about pushing the heels under as my toes wrap over. Keep the thighs soft as my heels lift right back up. Again, push the heels under the foot bar, and then lift right back up. Remember, ribs stay heavy. And then right back up. Push the heels under. It's a flex of the foot, and then right back up. Last one here. Push, 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 and then lift right back up. Bend your knees, bring it all the way in. Awesome. Okay, so come back up onto your heels, but take the ball out. In fact, place the ball in between the palms of your hands again. Heels are on about hip socket distance apart. Reach the arms up to the sky, still kind of over your chest, and create as much space between the ball and your chest as you can. Go ahead and press the carriage out, and then just let the neck and shoulders kind of relax, meaning I just don't want them pushing up into the blocks. I feel like it's very tempting here with the arms up overhead. Now, can you make your legs a little bit longer, or think of pushing the foot bar away? Now, carriage is not going to move. Just bring your right leg up into tabletop and pause right here. So if you can, try to get as much of the back into the mat as you possibly can. And now just straighten the right leg up to the sky and bend the knee. Straighten the leg up and bend the knee. As you do this, bend and straighten, keep pushing the foot bar away and keep anchoring down through the base of the ribs. Now, stretch your right leg up. Give that ball just a little press in. Take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, can you pull that right leg towards the ball and then back away? Exhale, pull the leg towards the ball and back away. So as the leg comes closer to the ball, can you draw the belly down more, and then away? Almost if it was your belly that was trying to pull the leg closer to the ball. Last one. Now hold right here with the leg up to the sky. Go ahead and cross the body with the leg. Lower the leg down and around and up. Think of that right leg getting longer. And your pelvis is stable. Once your leg is up to 90, check all your boxes, and then reverse. So carriage is stable, everything else is stable. The only thing is moving is this right leg. Go ahead and lift the leg up, fold the knee, place the heel down. Check your feet, check yourself, and then bring your left leg up into tabletop. We pause, both hips, both ribs, back is heavy into the mat. Now straighten the leg up and bend the knee. So keep pushing the foot bar away. Keep pushing the ball up to the sky. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a good, much needed stretch in the back of my left leg. Let's do 2. And 1, you pause, give me that hug in on the ball, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, pull the leg to the ball. Exhale, pull the leg to the ball. Now what might help is pushing the ball closer up to the ceiling. And again, drawing your belly down towards the mat. Let's do 2. And last one. Now we cross the body, lower the leg down and around and up. Obviously, the bigger your circles, the more it's going to challenge the rest of your body to hold stable. The next time the leg is up, you pause, and then we reverse. Just 3 here. Again, you think of using your belly muscles to lift the leg up. Last one here. Right leg is stable. Float the leg up, fold the knee, place the heel down, bend your knees, bring it all the way in. Oh, shake it out. All right, just rest the ball on your chest and now take your feet wide onto the foot bar and just drop your knees off to the right. Off to the right. You can turn your head to the left. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and lift the knees up and over to the other side. Let gravity kind of draw the knees or pull the knees down, down, down. And then exhale, ribs, belly draw in to lift the legs right back up. Okay, so let's drop your headrest all the way down if it's up. Okay, I'm gonna inch away from the blocks a little bit just to give myself some space. And I'm gonna place the ball in between my knees or my thighs area. Heels are going to come on about hip socket distance apart. Take it easy with these first few bridges, all right? So arms are gonna anchor down, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, I want you to tilt your pelvis back and find a tiny tailbone hover and hold. So right now, I'm trying to get my tailbone off of the mat, but my ribs are gonna stay heavy. Hold, squeeze in on that ball. 2, 3, and then roll back down. Let's do that again. Big exhale, pelvis wheels back. Tiny tailbone hover. Pause, pause, and then roll back down. All right, again. Roll your hips back. Pause here. Get your front ribs to back ribs. Get them so sandwiched together. And then just see, could I lift my pelvis up a little bit higher? Could I lift my pelvis up a little bit higher, keeping the ribs heavy? Could I go up a little bit higher? All right, I don't know about you, but I am at a point where it's like, I cannot go any further. Now, ribs stay heavy, hips stay up. Can you press the carriage out a little bit? And then pull the carriage back in. It's a big old C curve of your spine. Inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you back in. Inhale takes you out. Squeeze it on the ball. And then exhale back in. Think butt creases up, ribs down. And then back in. Last one here, I promise. Stretch out, out, out. And then drag back in. And then roll your spine all the way down. Awesome. Take your left arch onto your platform down there. So my feet are still hip socket distance apart. My right heel is on the foot bar. My left arch is on that platform. If you've got a long or a big platform, obviously it'll be like most of your foot. Okay, so I'm gonna now take the ball between my left hand and my left thigh. My right arm is just gonna stay down to the floor, okay? I'm gonna already find a press down into that ball, and I'm gonna think of both arms stretching away from my chest. Equal weight between both feet, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, start to roll your hips up, up, up. That ball might need to slide down a little bit more, and then pause here. So think of that left butt crease lifting up, but your ribs softening down. Now, can you give me a little bit more of a press onto that ball for 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down or hinge down. All right, let's do that again. As your pubic bone goes up, think of your chest staying soft. And now press into that ball, but think of your fingertips sliding away from your chest. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down. Last one here, I promise. Again, roll your hips up. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a lovely thigh stretch on that left side. Pause. Create space between chin and chest. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down. Let's do the other side. Make sure that you're still about hip socket distance apart. All right, find length on the sides of your neck. Let any tension go. Equal weight between right and left. Go ahead and roll your hips up, up, up. Think of your pubic bone being higher than your 2 hip points. Right butt crease is lifting up. Push into that ball. Push into that ball for 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down. All right, again, only 2 more. Think of pulling the carriage into the stopper. Roll up, roll up. Maybe exhale, let the sternum soften. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down. It's so much work, but oh, that thigh stretch feels so good. All right, again, last one. Roll up. Reach those right fingertips further away. And even think of that right hip kind of rolling back to your ribs. Hold it here. Find your inner thighs for 3, 2, 1, and then roll all the way down. That was nice. All right, head rest comes back up. If you had it up, of course. And let's go ahead now and roll you up. And let's come to a medium and a light spring. So actually, a medium and your lightest spring. Let's do that. So for my balanced body people, that is a red and a yellow. And then go ahead and lie back down. I'm gonna place the ball back between my knees. I'm gonna reach back for my short loops. Okay, so punch your fists up to the sky. Wrap the fists around. Feel like your first and second knuckles are reaching up to the ceiling just a hair more than your pinky side, all right? Now I want you to sink the whole back into the mat. Whole back, whole back. All right, carefully float your legs up into tabletop and pause. Is your whole back still in the mat? Is your collarbone broad? And now lower the arms all the way down and hold here. Just like we did in our bridge, stretch your arms away from your chest, away from the blocks, and then float the arms right back up. Little hugging on the ball. Exhale, arms come down. We reach, 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 and then arms float right back up. Again, arms come down, reach, broad collarbone, heavy ribs, and then float the arms right back up. Last one here, I promise, like this. Arms reach away, hold. If it's available, can you curl your head, neck, and shoulders up? Maybe the arms get longer. Now you're gonna keep your knees bent. You're gonna keep your low back into the mat. Can you hinge and lower the legs down like you were gonna tap the feet to the floor? And then exhale right back up. Inhale, lower, lower, lower. Exhale, scoop right back up. Inhale, lower, squeeze it on that ball. Exhale, right back up. Only 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, arms get longer. Lift back up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Lower the head, float the arms, lower everything all the way down. Fabulous work. Hang up your straps. Let's go ahead and roll you up. Let's come kneeling on your carriage. Feet are gonna go up against your shoulder blocks. Ball is in between your thighs. Now, if in order to get like a really good hug in on the ball, you have to walk your feet in a little bit closer together, do so, okay? But still, I still want you feeling the shoulder blocks. All right, so heels are driving back here. My hands are gonna go wide on your foot, on the foot bar. Arms are straight. My hips are sitting back. I'm gonna let my head drop and round my spine. I'm gonna tuck my tail between my legs here, and hopefully you're getting some type of stretch. If you're not, maybe wiggle the hips from right to left, maybe shift your weight forward and back just to see, okay, where do I need to go to get a stretch? And now from here, I want you to kind of articulate yourself out into more of a flat back. Arms stay straight and just hinge your hips forward. As you hinge the hips forward, still create space between your chest and your hands. There's your arms and straps. And now nod your chin, kind of roll yourself back, back, back. Maybe your hips touch your heels. And then we kind of undulate to bring the hips forward. We kind of roll out, find your long line. Maybe even you find a little baby extension. Feel like you're pulling that foot bar apart. And then nod your chin. We kind of roll and sit the hips back. Oh, that feels so good. To me, it does. I hope it does to you. And now roll the hips forward. Think of that heavy tailbone, heavy tailbone. Roll forward. Maybe you let the elbows bend a little bit. And then we roll back, trying to keep that carriage still. All right. And now go ahead and come up. Keep your hands on the foot bar. Carriage stays in to start, okay? I want you to bring your hips forward, find kind of a kneeling plank. We pull apart on the bar, creating space between chest and hands. Now, we're just gonna press the carriage back, holding your long line, so think of lifting up through the front ribs, and then pull the carriage in. It's your kneeling long stretch. Squeeze in on the ball. Inhale as you hinge back, neck stays long, and then exhale, pull yourself in. It's arms and straps also. Inhale, go back. As you come in, think of finding your armpit muscles to lift yourself up. Last one here, I promise. Squeeze in on the ball. Front ribs lifting up to back ribs. And then exhale, pull yourself all the way in. Carefully take your hands off the bar. Come up into this active kneeling position. All right, so I'm thinking of a heavy tailbone. My front hips lifting up to my ribs, kind of like how we did for bridge. Interlace the webbing of your fingers, hands behind the base of your skull. Now think more wide back rather than wide elbows. So for a lot of us, the elbows have to come forward. And I'm even gonna think of like having, like showing off big armpits to the wall in front of me. All right, from here, just side bend over to the right, keeping that left knee heavy. And then lift yourself right back up. We side bend over to the left, right foot, right knee stays heavy, and then right back up. Last one, each side, up and over. Keep your head pushing back, and then lift right back up again. Ribs lift, and then back up. Now take your arms out to a wide letter T, maybe slightly forward if you feel like you're in your neck, and now make fists with your hands. Just like we've done everywhere else, make as much space between your fists and your chest as you can. Keep the hug in on the ball, and now lift and twist to the right. Lift, 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 and then come back to center. As you lift and twist to the left, keep pushing your fists away from your chest, and then back to center. Lift and twist to the right. As you go to the right, think right hip forward, and back to center. Lift and twist to the left. The further you twist, the more the left hip has to come forward, and then back to center. Awesome. Okay, reach down. Let's take off that light spring. I'm now gonna shimmy over to the right. So my left foot is up against the shoulder block. I'm gonna place the ball on the floor. Now, before you get into this position, if you're thinking, I thought I wasn't gonna feel too many things today, this is too much work, ditch the ball, no worries. Otherwise, let's try having your right heel onto the ball. So my right toes are down onto the floor. Now my right leg is hugged in so tight to this carriage, really, really tight. I hope you can see my foot here, right? So I'm gonna keep my hands on the foot bar. I'm on that one medium spring or one red for balanced body. My back knee is down. I'm just gonna press the carriage back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna find some type of like Eve's lunge here, some type of hopefully a hip flexor stretch. And then I'm gonna bring the carriage right back in. This is your opportunity to get the ball sorted, your front leg sorted here, and then bring it right back in. Last one like this. Think of your back heel driving back as your hip is going forward, but also up. Okay, bring it in. Can you take your hands off the foot bar? So find that long line. Whatever weight you have in your right heel right now, don't let it shift, all right? It's not getting any heavier or any lighter into that ball. You're gonna press the carriage back, go into that lunge. It's not nearly as big as what I just had, and then bring the carriage right back in. Hands can be wherever you'd like. I'm gonna press the carriage back and then glide it right back in. Now for some of you, that back knee might be lifted. I've got this high carriage, so now I'm playing around with the back knee hovering and then bring it right back in. As you lunge down, that front knee stays right over the center of the foot. A few more here, we got this. And now, can all of you think of shifting your weight to the left just a hair? Maybe just a gram. Now go into your lunge and pause right here. Check your alignment. If you have to hinge forward, you have to hinge forward, no worries, right? If it's going into your low back. Now, that back knee is gonna bend, tap the knee down, and then straighten the leg back out. Tap the back knee down, straighten the leg out. Keep hugging the carriage with the front leg. And your tailbone is long and heavy. You guys got it. You guys got it. All right, so find that left butt cheek to open up the front of the left hip. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one. Awesome. Go ahead and lower the knee down. Drag the carriage all the way in. That wasn't so bad. It wasn't too bad. All right, let's grab your ball if you're using it and let's walk around. All righty, ball is down. Left heel on the ball. Right foot on, back right knee down. All right, so let's just press it out. Both hands are on the foot bar, find a stretch, and then bring it right back in. A couple more times. On this side, I want you to think of your your right hip spiraling forward and that left hip spiraling back. And that right hip constantly lifting up to your ribs. Now go ahead and bring the carriage in. We come up to standing, take your hands off the bar if you can. All right, back knee is really light, if not hovering. We press the carriage back. Front knee stays over the center of the foot and then bring it right back in. We lunge back. And on this side, you're thinking of the weight shifting over to the right just ever so slightly. Well, this side feels way more awkward. Keep that back heel connected. Whatever heel you've got up against that shoulder block, it does not change as you go forward and back. Keep hugging the carriage with that left leg, that front leg. Couple more here. Geez, I feel super wonky on this side. How do you feel? Talk to me, let me know. Type it out right now. Now go back into that lunge. Find your long line, whether you're hinged forward or all the way upright. Now nothing else moves. Back knee taps and then straightens back. Back knee taps and then we push that heel back. Your chest and collarbones are open. Front rib to back rib connection here. And on this side, I really have to think of my left hip kind of spiraling back a little bit more. Hang in there with me. If you're looking for more, maybe you sink a little bit heavier into that lunge. Let's do 4 and 3. Keep that long line. And 2, keep hugging the carriage. Last one. Good, go ahead and lower the knee down and then glide it all the way in. Ooh, that left leg was shaking. Okay, leave the ball there. We will come back to it. All right, so now we're gonna have a seat on your carriage facing the back of your reformer. There's about a palm's distance behind your booty and the edge of the mat, and we're gonna sit crisscross applesauce. You can always have your legs through the blocks or even like down to the sides of the frame here. So before we even grab the straps, I just want you to round forward, hinge forward. And whatever you can grab onto it and just pull to deepen the stretch. Maybe the carriage moves, that's okay. But I want you to just kind of wiggle or rock your upper body from side to side. And the more you go over to the left side, the right hip gets heavier. The more you go over to your right side, the left hip gets heavier. And then go ahead and just find center. Guide the carriage back if it came out. And then let's come up to a seated position. Okay, so I'm gonna grab onto my long loops. And I'm gonna hold them not like in my loop, but actually I'm gonna hold on to both sides. So it's gonna work my grip a little bit more. If this does not work for you, you can always grab onto the loops like normal. So I'm gonna sit up tall and I'm gonna think of equal weight down through both butt cheeks, okay? So my arms have to go a little bit wider to clear my knees, arms stay straight, pull the arms down and back, find your chest expansion and hold here. I can already feel that my shoulders crept up into my ears, so I'm gonna really push my fists down. And then think of ears lifting up. There's the stretch. And then arms are gonna glide back forward. Let's do that again. Knuckles drag down to the floor, collarbones open. Push your first and second knuckles down to the floor. Down to the floor. And then slowly release the arms. Nice wide chest expansion. Arms pulled down and back. Pause here. Can you slowly, ever so slightly, start to turn your palms facing the back of your reformer? Just a little bit. And then arms come back to center. Again, arms pulled down and back. You get taller. Pause here. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Drop that right shoulder down a little bit more. Turn your head back to center and then slowly release the arms. Again, arms pulled down and back. Front rib to back rib connection. Turn your head to the left. Right arm gets longer. Turn your head to the right. Left arm gets longer. And then back to center and then slowly release your arms. Okay, if your legs are not through the blocks, go ahead and place them through the blocks now. Cross your legs if you need. Okay, I'm gonna choke up and grab onto my short loops. And I'm gonna get a good grip. Now I'm gonna row my fists into my sternum. Elbows are gonna reach wide and forward. So I can feel my armpits kind of opening up, my back opening up. And then from here, legs stay hugging together and pressing down. Just roll yourself back. Round back, stretch back. Stay looking forward. And then roll yourself up. Come all the way up and round forward. So keep the weight back through your hips, but think of your chest coming up and over your straps. And now stay under that low ceiling as you roll yourself back. Back, back. Think of getting your waistband into the mat, even if you don't go all the way back. And then roll yourself up, 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 stretch forward, stretch forward, stretch forward. Last one, roll yourself back, 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 and then round up and over, up and over. Think of getting longer as you go over. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and then stack right back up. Oh, that stretch forward felt so good. Okay, Little bit of ab work to finish, and then we get a nice stretch. Okay, so grab your ball. I'm gonna scoot forward pretty close up against my blocks. Okay, if you're more on the petite side, you may not have to come this far forward. My ball is gonna go behind my shoulder blocks, behind my shoulder blades-ish, somewhere in between there. All right, so interlace the webbing of your fingers, hands behind your head. If you've got long hair like me, I highly suggest kind of wrapping it up in your hand so it doesn't get caught in the springs. Now, hopefully you're in a place where you feel your stomach and not your neck, okay? So find that sweet spot. My feet are gonna stay down, my legs are gonna stay zipped up together. Head pushes back, chest lifts up. Remember, think wide back rather than wide elbows. And now let's just let yourself go back. Arch back over the ball. Just be mindful of the equipment behind you. And then exhale, ribs and belly draw down to curl back up. Find a chest lift. Inhale takes you back. Legs stay zipped up, feet stay pushing down. And then exhale, curl back up. Last one. Think of stretching over the ball. And then exhale, right back up. Now, keeping your low back into the mat and your chest lifted, bring one leg up into tabletop or knee into your chest. Bring the other leg up into your chest. Heels together, toes apart. Can you bring your knees in close to your ears? See how close, how tight you can make yourself right now. Beautiful. Now keep that chest lift. Can you stretch the legs out and away? Doesn't have to be low. And then exhale, pull the knees back in, trying to touch your ears. Inhale, stretch out. And then exhale, pull right back in. We're gonna add on. Can you stretch the legs out? Let yourself go back into that little arch. And then exhale, pull everything back in, back into that tight little ball. Inhale, everything stretches out. Baby back bend over that ball. Exhale, pull everything in. Last one. Exhale, pull everything in. Now, stretch your legs up to the sky. Let's find a turnout. Flex your feet. Hello, stretch. Open the legs wide, 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 and then hug the heels together even if they don't touch. Inhale, push the legs wide. And then exhale, pull the heels back together. Keep your chest lift. Inhale, open wide. Get a thigh stretch, get a thigh stretch. And then exhale, pull back together. 2 more. Push, push, push wide. And then exhale back together. Last one. Wide, wide, wide. And then pull back together. Bend the knees. Place the feet down. You can go back into that arch if that feels good. Just letting things be heavy. Okay, let's carefully, gracefully come off of this ball. We're gonna stay on this same spring. We'll see how it goes. We might need to lighten it. Ball just goes off to the side. Come back facing the end of your reformer. And you've got, I'd say a little bit more of a, more than a palm's distance behind your booty and the edge of the mat. Let's go right leg over left leg or right leg cross over left leg. Toes are just reaching long. I'm gonna take my right hand, right heel of the hand onto the foot bar here. Left hand is just around my right thigh. Lots of rights and lefts here. Now I'm gonna push the carriage out. Push the carriage out. Now, just like your half roll back, feel like your hips are rolling under you. I'm gonna look back at that right hand. I'm gonna try to drop that right shoulder down a little bit more and then guide the carriage back in. Now, if this spring felt like it was bullying you, drop it down a notch. Drop it down to a lighter spring, okay? Every day is different. Press the carriage out. Think pubic bone to navel. Use that left hand to deepen the twist. Look back at that right hand and then bring it in. Oh, I think this feels so good. I'm hoping you're getting like a really nice chest stretch, spine twist. Let's do that again. Roll yourself back. Now in this last one here, Can you get a little bit more weight into that left hip and maybe twist a little bit deeper, and then go ahead and bring it all the way back in. Uncross, recross your legs. Legs are zipped up, legs are pressing down, left hand on. Remember, the closer you are to the end of that foot bar, obviously the easier it's gonna be on your shoulders. So you do you, all right? So we kind of roll out. I'm thinking of that left shoulder relaxing down as best I can. I'm gonna look back and then bring it back in. Oh, that right side felt way tighter. Remember, legs stay together. All this is a half roll back with a twist. And then drag it back in. Last one here, make it count, make it feel good. I'm using that right hand to deepen the twist. Maybe a little bit more weight into that right hip. Relax the right shoulder down. If that means you gotta bend the back elbow, that's okay. And then bring it all the way back in. And you guys are done. I hope you feel better than when you first started. I really do. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you had to make any spring changes, any adjustments. Let me know if you had to cuss at me a little bit. But thanks, y'all. I appreciate you. I hope to see you again.